Hey everybody, Tony D and Little Joan here with a screenwriter's rant on a movie I can't believe they made. A movie that really should be the title of a movie that is in a comedy that they talk about but that's never actually made. I'm going to lay the title on you in a minute. Are you sitting down? C.I. Ape. That's the movie. It's exactly what you think it is. So smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Please check out my books. Links in the description. I promise you they're better than the concept of C.I. Ape. Um, so we're going to get into this. It should be C.I. Dog. CIA Dog would be better, right, John? First off, the character's not even an ape. He is a chimp, which he says so in the trailer. So this is how in my opinion, this is probably the most. It's either the most horrible movie written or the most dad movie ever written, right? So you got C.I. Ape, and I got to say right up front, and no offense to the actors, but they're not so great. All right, the only way you can pull off this movie is if you had some comedians. And then, yeah, maybe. I mean, obviously it's for kids. It's not meant to be taken seriously at all. But man, this is like really bad. Really bad. This is the main ape's trainer, and it's all done with CGI. And you can tell it's kind of CGI. I mean, you could tell in a lot of the scenes. I mean, that looks pretty good for CGI. It's certainly better than CGI from 10 years ago, but, is this really? I mean, it's kind of fun to watch the chimp beat a bunch of guys up, because a chimp could do that, right? Chimps are very strong. I don't think they know martial arts. And then he talks and scares some dude off. He goes running away. Wah! As you'd expect in a kid's movie. And this is the main villain. And really, again, I don't want to bash talent. I'm not trying to, but he's not big enough for this, right? This is why Jim Carrey, in the as a lead villain in Sonic worked. Because Jim Carrey is like talented enough. He can really pull it off. This guy, Skip Schwenk is his name. He tries. He really tries, but he's just not evil enough. He's just not big enough. I'm not, it's not even that he's not talented. It's just the whole movie is dumb. His like henchmen of evil. I guess they're trying to do sort of a Austin Powers thing with this. Again, it just looks like a sad rewarming of that concept. Even this character, he reminds me very much of the character in Austin Powers who was played by Seth Green. So, yeah, I don't even think he has the right look for this, really. They put him in an elaborate leather outfit, and he's trying to chew up that scenery, but the deliveries are okay. They're like just passable, they're just passable, but they're not big. They're not selling me. I'm sorry. I really feel bad when I have to criticize talent, but and it's a lot of this movie. The only way this movie can work is the talent, because the concept's utterly stupid, right? Granted, it's a kids' movie, but this guy, I don't know why he's even in the movie. The whole movie, this to me is bad CGI. It doesn't look quite right. He's not quite there. I mean, again, it looks better than 10 years ago, but it's not, good enough. There's a bunch of trite, sort of cliched lines in the trailer, and, they're trying to promote the various actors. it's just the script is not good. Let's see if I can stop on this. There's a, yeah, see, there's an explosion there. That explosion did not look real. It looked very generated. And here's here he is testing a rocket pad, and a shark almost gets him. Look for it on DVD and digital, where it belongs. Where it belongs. And it's PG, so there's only so much you can do. But I'm kind of surprised Grindstone and Lionsgate would back a movie like this and not just make it a cartoon. It probably would have been better as a cartoon. Because as a cartoon, I think you can get away with more, you know? This is too reliant on the actors' expressions, and they're okay, but they're not, you know. They feel like, the actors feel like they could have been in a corporate video. That's about their level of energy in this trailer. They needed to really bring it up. There's like one guy who goes, "Whoa!" You know, that's pretty high, but you really need expressive actors because they really got to lift this movie up because the whole concept's not helping at all. And quite frankly, I think the movie would have been better if the only weird factor in this was the chimp, right? So make everything else serious and just have everybody react to, "Oh my God, that's a chimp. He can talk. Look out." Like that to me would have made some sense. But since it's for kids, it's hard to present a realistic villain because you would have to kind of fill him in on what a realistic villain would look like against the CIA. But I know that an editor at DC, Bob Schreck, used to work for Lionsgate, and one of his favorite things of all time is comic books with apes in them. So I'm wondering if Bob had a hand in greenlighting this movie, because this sounds like, you know, his level of what he would like. You know, it just sounds like he would just greenlight this and laugh for like an hour straight because he thought it was so funny. It is a funny concept. You know, if I saw this, if I saw this movie poster in the background of a comedy movie, I'd laugh. To actually sit through a 90-minute movie, no way could I sit through this movie. I almost didn't review the trailer, but I'm kind of impressed they even made the movie. It's not a movie you greenlight. Maybe as a cartoon. As a cartoon, it would work, I think. I think you could make it work as a cartoon. Maybe as a comic. As a movie? No. It was a live action movie. Maybe if the talent was bigger, more famous, better, you know. But even that, I mean, you look at the Tom and Jerry movie. It's kind of painful to watch. You know, it doesn't really work because they're cartoon characters. And C.I. Ape is a cartoon character. The very concept undermines itself, right? Because he wants, I'd rather be called a chimp. And he is a chimp, and he's not an ape. So where do you get this title? I know. You're like, well, you're picking on that? I'm like, yeah, I am. So, yeah. So I guess if you're looking for something to show your 3-year-old to get him to stop breaking everything in the house, and this will calm him down for 90 minutes, maybe. Other than that, I don't have much use for this movie. Anyhow, that's my rant. Check me and Joan out on Bitchute and Rumble.